Not. So Patrick, do we describe this for everybody, Rob?
What?
You describe it. You describe it.
What?
I do enough talking.
I think any car's dead in iRacing. I think it's gone.
Oh, it's definitely. I agree. It's not going to survive much, but I still think we'll find opportunities to race it, just not as fruitful as before. Some of your like some of them just want to like make. What's the thing? Like that guy wanted to make like dolls out of Tyler's hair, but then there's just other guys who are just like. He did. He would say weird things to Tyler, man. Like he was a strange guy. And then like other guys would just show up and nowhere. He's like, "Oh, we never met you? Sure, come race this 24 with us." And then you just jump in the car and wreck us out in a lap and be like, "Okay, never see you again."
Yeah, that
like,
was
okay. Well, better luck next year, I guess.
That was the guy from.
Hello and welcome in to another round of the Cross Series League Racing here, presented by Slow Motion Broadcasting. I am Daniel Hall, joined in the commentary booth tonight by Stephen Finch with Jonathan Grabowski in our production truck. We're on round 9 of this 16 race series. A little bit of change from what we've previously been running in the Radical on road courses and oval. We're now on the dirt road portion. So we're putting those Radicals in the garage and bringing out the Pro 2 Lite trucks. So new portion of the season. So throw it over to Steven. How do you see that changing maybe changing the order a little bit?
I think it's going to give these drivers a different a different feel on, some of these guys just strictly run road. So I think it's a good change in that they're going to have a difficult time. We're going to see some of our normally fast guys on road maybe be a little bit slower.
Yeah, I think it could definitely mix it up a little bit. So looking at qualifying right now, Bobby Ross, one of those guys that's pretty quick on the road course and held his own pretty well in the ovals this season. So we'll see what he has for this new discipline. And little bit of a rookie class vibe with these tracks and trucks combo, but I don't know, how much experience do you have running some dirt road and some Pro 2 Lite there?
Oh man, this truck, I've done it a few times and I can't get a hang of it. So I commend these guys for being able to control them the way they do. I end up in the wall before I could even leave the road.
Yeah, they are.
Got some power.
They are a handful at times, and I've tried my hand at them. I can get them around the track pretty well, but some guys are just wicked fast in them, and I think it's a real talent to be able to take these and get speed out of them and really excel in them. So we'll see who can excel in them tonight. So we're looking at Justin Barrera. He's done really well on the road as well. We'll see how he can take this. I've noticed that they're being really aggressive on the curbs, and looks like that might be a little bit different than you'd see in like a rallycross, but these trucks can handle those no problem.
Oh yeah, I mean they definitely got the suspension travel to hit those and just keep on going. I mean really when you hit those curbs, it's just a commitment level and not trying to turn out of it and just keep it where it's going and just keeping it wide open.
Yeah, shortening the track, carrying the speed, and not getting it too upset. That's a real delicate balance. So we'll see who else is still out there. Looks like Justin Barrera's set his lap times, maybe, although he's not showing up on our board, so might be just gathering his thoughts. Yeah, so we're looking at Josh Clogg now. He's the point leader coming into this after some very consistent runs on the asphalt portion of the schedule. So he's going to look to continue that the second half of the season.
Well, Isn't the rest of the season from here on out? It's either dirt road or dirt oval, isn't it?
Yep, we're gonna have 4 weeks of dirt road, and then followed by 4 weeks of dirt oval. So that'll be in the street stocks, I believe. So another little bit of throwing it back to rookies if these guys haven't have gotten pretty far in their dirt careers or whatever. But yeah, I think it's a unique challenge to be able to take all 4 disciplines on.
It even shows a lot of how good of drivers these are to take on all 4 different disciplines and be fairly quick at them.
Yeah, it definitely takes a unique driver to just kind of take over, sort of go into each thing and translate the skills that you need from each one and be fast at it. So I know it's definitely something I like to do myself, but I'm not nearly as fast as some of these guys on some of the these other disciplines. All right, looks like qualifying has wrapped up with Adam Thompson taking the pole, so he will taking the overall fast time, so he will start first in our first heat. And you can see our grid now for Heat 1. Adam Thompson starting first, Bobby Ross starting second, and Jerry DiPiero starting third. So a little bit smaller heat races, but all these cars will kind of combine in for the feature race when we get down to it. So who do you like in this one, Steven? You got a few to choose from.
I got to go with Adam Thompson in this. I've seen him run this track. I think it was like all last week, hanging out with us in the Sudi, and he's pretty quick. Once he gets his legs under him, he's pretty quick.
Yeah, he looks pretty solid. He got about a half-second gap over second place in qualifying, so he might be looking to run away with this one, but hopefully he'll might back it up and put on a good show for us.
Yeah, he's definitely my favorite to win the whole thing.
So drivers are lined up now. Lights are come on. They'll get the countdown, and they will go. So it looks like a good start from both Adam Thompson and Bobby Ross. They go side by side into turn 1. We'll see if there's any give and take here as Jerry DiPiero falls off just a little bit, but Bobby Ross keeping no, that is Adam Thompson. Yeah, he got up on the wheels there, and that's going to let Bobby Ross get to his inside.
I thought he was going over there. Oh, he's going to start off
really
by taking the Joker lag right away.
Yeah, and, that's going to put him ahead, but all the other drivers will be able to use that later. So talk us through the Joker lap and what that kind of entails if anybody's listening is new to this dirt road series.
So the Joker lap is a lap that comes off of the main line that you're required to take once per race. So in this race where we got 2 heats, 1 concierge and a main, so they're required to take it once. It's normally faster, or on the rare occasions it can be more technical. And people, like what we saw Adam do, they want to get it done and over with and out of the way so that they can focus on just winning the race and just putting in laps.
Yeah, and I think that's going to let him kind of get away and put in laps. But we see Bobby Ross taking it now, so he's wanting to stick with that. But he gets into the wall a little bit there, and that's going to slow him down for sure. But he's still going to come out second, well ahead of Jerry DiPiero.
But we could see he was, a good 10 seconds off of Adam before he took that Joker lap and put him up right behind him.
Yeah, now he is right on his tail. 6 laps these heat races are, so quickly approaching halfway with these drivers, and they're really going at it. These drivers are nose to tail through this infield section with the dirt and the jumps. We'll see if Bobby Ross can keep the pressure on Adam Thompson here.
This corner's got to be really tricky, keeping that truck under control and not wanting to slide out from underneath you in this dirt.
Yeah, from what I've run on it, it's pretty technical. It's a lot longer than you'd want it to be, where you got to try to keep in the slide for as long as you can, but you definitely don't want to kill your momentum.
Yeah, you want to keep up that top speed, but also not, it's that fine line in between spinning and going straight.
Loose is fast on the edge, out of control, right?
Oh yeah, especially in these trucks where they're just, we see Adam there make a mistake, but they're just so, as I'd call it, boaty, right? It's like driving a boat around.
Yeah, big lumbering trucks on courses more designed for rallycross cars, light, nimble, all-wheel drive, kind of hot hatches.
Oh
But,
yeah.
Yeah, these trucks handle the bumps really well, but they do kind of take on a life of their own. They're a little bit heavier than you'd really want to throw around these corners and whip around.
Yeah, I mean, we see when Adam's coming into turn, is that 2 there, where it's just, he's on the brakes hard and his nose just dips. But everywhere else, he's pretty much wide open besides just a few spots where it's just a tight little tap of the brakes.
Yep.
Very delicate driving these things with their brake gas mixture.
Yeah, definitely a lot of weight transfer with the plush suspensions and all the shock travel they have. Looks like Adam Thompson coming around. He will get the white flag here, so he's looking pretty good for this Heat 1. That'll give him a great starting spot in the main event tonight. So Bobby Ross falling off a little bit there, but still within striking distance if Adam does make a mistake in his closing lap. But
And it would be all too easy to make a mistake on this track.
yeah, definitely a lot of places to make mistakes. That's for sure. So it looks like Adam's got it pretty well under control. He's got a couple little corners left to go as he's hanging it out through the long dirt right-hander. But really turning left more through there than you are right once you get the car pitched in there. But he'll come across the line. He will take Heat 1 with Bobby Ross in second. So quick appetizer for us tonight. It's kind of a 6-lap heat race, and these drivers got through there fairly clean. We saw a little bit of our first little bit of strategy as you see Jerry DiPiero come across the line now, but a little strategy with the Joker lap. We'll see if anybody takes that and runs with that for the upcoming heat races. So take us through the grid for Heat 2 here, Steven.
So starting first overall in Heat 2, we have Kevin Irwin. Second would be Jay Hall or Justin Hall. And then you got third of Justin Dive Bomb Barrera. Or as we call him over in Sudi, Juicy. So if you hear me refer to him as Juicy, that's I'm talking about Justin Barrera. Here we go, red lights going on. And that's on.
Yep, and off they go. Justin Barrera seems to get a good jump from that second row as he's going to follow Kevin Irwin and Justin Hall into the first sets of corners. Oh, tight move there. He kind of bumped into Kevin Irwin a little bit there, but no harm, no foul. And these trucks are really tough, so they can take a little bit of abuse. So it's well, we got a second here. We do have our Heat 1 winner, Adam Thompson, with us. So Adam, talk us through a little bit of your heat race and how you're able to pull that one off.
Well, let me tell you what happens in virtual racing, guys. Sometimes when you get up away from your rig and you go to make an adult beverage and you come back, the sound's not working on you. And that's what I was dealing with that whole first race, was no sound, no gear shift, no spotter, nothing. Thought I flipped it going into turn 1, caught the curb, saved it, and Bobby was quick. So it's going to be interesting during the feature here. But yeah, these guys, Kevin Irwin's been doing a lot of practice this week, and I'd keep a massive eye out for Josh Clogg in the next heat here. He's definitely one to watch for.
Yeah, we saw your good recovery there, and able to hold that on.
I was convinced you were going over.
I think we all were.
I was convinced watching that. I'm like, oh, that's a game ender. And how you saved that, I don't know.
Yep.
How's the dirt out there? Nice and slippery for you?
It's slippery. Obviously, as these go on, it's going to get better. Being Heat 1, there wasn't much of a line, and as you guys have noticed here, if you don't want to try to get the truck sideways. Sideways trucks are not fast trucks. So as these guys are driving around, it's going to continue to put a line in the dirt, and that's going to help. And that Joker lap is insane. This is the first time I've run that this week because the officials have been at the Dirt Road Phoenix Oval, or the Dirt Road Phoenix track. And yeah, that Joker lap gains you quite a bit of time.
Yeah, you mentioned that different layouts. It's new to iRacing season, I believe, where they've kind of split up the Rallycross and dirt road layouts. So the dirt road is what's used in the iRacing officials with this Pro 2 Lite. So it's a new change, and I don't know if that was something you were thinking about when you put this schedule together.
Well,
I'll say yes. I'll say yes. Yes, I was, because I'm smart. That's exactly why. That's exactly what I was thinking about.
Great forethought on your
we just got a good example of how fast that Joker lap is, where Barrera was pretty far back. He took the Joker lap, and now he's up in second.
Yeah, now keep in mind, Justin Hall here has just started running this track about 30 minutes ago, and Jay Hall's a guy. You give him a little bit of practice, he might figure it out. So that's another guy to watch for in the race. And of course, Barrera, always quick. I mean, all of these drivers in this race have a chance to win it, especially at turn 1.
Yeah, we watched that turn 1 where it was, you know, all three of them stacked up going into each other into the entrance to the infield, and you know, Jay Hall being a seasoned drifter, I'm kind of surprised he's not, you know, he's kind of falling back here.
Well, you know, it's Jay Hall, Justin the Sandbagger Hall, Justin Sandbagging Hall. You can call him what you want him, but I keep an eye out for him during the race, guys. But I'm going to let you continue to do your thing here, and yeah, thanks for everything. If I don't get to talk to you guys in the interview booth, thanks for doing this tonight.
Yep. Sounds good.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, that was Adam Thompson, our winner from Heat Race 1, and laps have quickly wound down for Heat Race number 2. We see Kevin Irwin coming through the jump section for the last time as he's on the final lap of this heat race. So he's still leading over Justin Barrera and Justin Hall. And interesting insight there on Justin Hall. He might be just biding his time, looking for some different lines, using this heat race as an extended practice session for him as he gets ready for the heat race, or for the main if he doesn't have very many laps. But Kevin Irwin comes across the line. He will take heat race number 2, followed by Justin Barrera and Justin Hall. So that winds out heat race number 2. We got a third heat race with 3 more cars that round out our field of 9 for tonight. So starting on the pole of this heat race will be Josh Clogg, with Jake Ham starting second and Jimmy Howitt starting third. So who are you looking at in this one, Steven?
Ooh. Yeah, I think this could go anyway, but I'm going to go with Jake Ham.
All right, the lights are on and they're off, and we are underway with this heat race. Josh Clogg gets a great jump. Jake Ham stays right to his outside, but Josh Clogg will have the advantage on the inside going through turn 1 and 2. So we'll see. We've seen a lot of early Joker laps out of our leaders, so we'll see if Josh Clogg takes it this time. Nope, he's going to stay tight, but Jake Ham
is, and Clogg.
Jimmy Howitt. Both, so second and third, both taking the Joker lap. They will get past Josh Clogg, but he might just wait and see if he can run these guys down on track if they're not too far ahead of him, and then use the Joker lap to make a move. I know that's kind of what it's for in the Rallycross world. It's definitely used as a passing opportunity when they're tight technical tracks like this.
All right, Danny, I'm gonna go ahead and bring in the one of the heat winners of Bobby Ross for a quick little interview.
Yep, we got Bobby Ross here, who took heat race number 2, or took second place in heat race number 1. So how'd your heat race go there, Bobby?
I can't drive for the life of me when this track is fresh, I'll tell you that. Oh, but I gotta say, that was a lot of fun. I had one chance for Adam, and I thought better, and eventually he pulled away from me. So in hindsight, I probably should have gone for him on that one lap after I did the Joker. But overall, can't complain.
Yeah, still held in there in second pretty well. So all in all, not too bad. You're gonna set yourself up to have a decent starting spot, it seems like, in the feature race. So we'll we'll have to see how that goes. What
Oh.
are you expecting from the feature tonight?
Get ready to watch turn 1. Get some popcorn because you're about to see some fireworks pop. It's gonna be great. But
Yeah.
right now, I'm watching the rest of the heat right now. It looks like Jake Ham's doing pretty well running P1, but I don't know if Clog hit the Joker lap yet.
Clog has not hit the Joker, so he is the only one that hasn't. So he's already past Jimmy Howitt, so he's got second place at least solidly locked up. But, he should have plenty of space, plenty of breathing room when he takes the Joker in this second half of the race.
Yeah, the Joker's about 3 seconds faster. I paid a little bit more attention on that last lap, on the last time they did the Joker, and it comes out about 3 seconds. So
That's what I kind of noticed. And yeah, wow, a little bump and banging right there, yeah.
Yeah, he's been aggressive. He has caught up to Jake Ham, so he's already made up that 3 second deficit.
You don't need that Joker.
Yeah,
well,
but he will have to take it. I believe he will get
He needs to get penalized for taking my paint scheme. I'm the one that should be driving that dress park. I think we got like 3 other people driving that paint scheme.
Yeah, I do think that's a pretty popular trading paint selection. So that's a nice looking paint scheme. So I can't fault anybody for picking it.
You can't go wrong with it. I always preferred the Lost World paint scheme for the Mercedes-Benz with that one. I thought that one was actually better.
The Lost World one with the Mercedes-Benz it does look really good. I will give you that there. Oh, we got a little mistake there.
Yeah, Jake Ham got loose through there. He ended up going through the parking lot, the paved section a little bit. So I don't know if he's going to get a penalty for that. It looked like it was a little
So
bit
Bobby, how's this dirt? Not hard enough yet? Too soft? Nice and slippery?
For this track, at the very beginning, depending if this track resets. If the track state resets, it's going to be very dicey these first few laps. But if you notice that for the heat racing, they have not they do not reset the track, so it's actually better later on in the race. You get a lot more traction, which unfortunately for Jake though, Clog is going to get the lead here by virtue of the Joker lap.
Yep, Josh Clog taking the Joker on the last lap. That is going to put him well in front of Jake Ham. So as they come to the line to finish this one off, we'll probably let you go, Bobby. It looks like you're going to have a feature race to run shortly. So good luck in that, and hopefully you can pull it out and maybe put it on the podium and get back in here.
Awesome. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Steve. And thank you, Jonathan, for always doing good broadcasting. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the podium.
Yeah, good luck, and we hope to see you here. And those were some good races.
Yeah, those were pretty good for only having 3 cars in each, but we'll see as they kind of ramp up. So it looks like
we're the consolation
format
right now.
Yeah, the format, the winners of each heat race went on and locked themselves into the A main. The
first
rest
and
of the
second? First and second is what it looks like. 3 heats, 6 races, 6 racers.
This is the B main. So
okay,
top 3 are in the feature. This is the B main, second and third. So I don't know if we have a starting grid for you here, but I'll run it down real quick as they're about to get the green. Oh, it looks like we have a false start. That looked like Jerry DiPiero out there, so that's going to hurt him. I don't know. I think that's a post-race penalty. There's no real pit lane, so tough for him. But Bobby Ross getting off to a good start. Justin Burrett to his outside, and a gaggle of Jurassic Park trucks in here as Justin Burrett tries to push Bobby Ross in that first corner. It looks like that is Jake Ham and Justin Hall in the other ones. So Jake Ham and Justin Barrera and Jimmy Howitt diving down for the Joker, getting that out of the way early. So a little bit of a clogged up Joker lap there. So let's see if that hurts any of these guys too bad. But
I saw
Jake Ham.
I mean, at least he turned him all the way over and didn't completely ruin his race, but you know he's gonna have to drive some good laps to make that up.
Yeah, that is unfortunate for Jake Ham. So he will have a long road ahead. We get a good replay of that on board from Jimmy Howitt, who is behind these 2 drivers through the Joker lap. So gives a good eye of what you're expecting in the Joker. Very tight corners there. And Justin just looked like he tried to get to the inside, and Jake Ham kind of pinched him down. And that kind of spelled disaster for Jake Ham there.
Oh, Juicy's now out in the lead. You know, fun fact about these trucks, they're only 3 gears.
Yeah, that is not as many options to kind of mess around and get yourself through the corners as you would. And I think a Pro 4 has 6 gears, so a couple different options there. But as you see, Jimmy Howitt almost dive bombed the dive bomber, Justin Barrera.
Oh, he taps the wall there, it looked like.
Yeah, so no harm, no foul though. Jimmy Howitt's still going strong. As Justin Barrera is starting to stretch his legs out and get out to a little bit more of a lead. It's just, Bobby Ross goes to the inside of Jimmy Howitt as he went off the side of the jump. But it's like Bobby Ross, and Jimmy Howitt clips one of those curbs and forces Justin Hall off as well. So a little bit rougher racing we're seeing in this B main as opposed to what we saw in those heat races. So yeah,
can we go back on that replay and see what did he hit the wall before that and maybe throw him off on the
Yeah, so it looks like he got off there and just cascade effect of mistakes after that. But
yeah,
he settled back into 4th place behind two cars that have not taken the Joker yet. So Bobby Ross and Justin Hall, as we see Justin Hall now taking the Joker lap. So he has done his Joker, and Bobby Ross has still maintained 2nd. So Bobby is really going to want to try to put in some really quick laps. He might be able to run down Justin Barrera enough that he can overtake him using that Joker.
Yeah, he's got to drop about 1.4 seconds to be able to make that Joker lane really useful.
Yep, and these are 10-lap heat races, so a little bit more strategy involved on when you can take the Joker lap. So that's one thing that these drivers might have the benefit of, and maybe even carry over into the A main, kind of knowing how the Joker plays on a little bit longer of a race. But now we see Jake Ham and Jimmy Howitt battling for 4th. Looks like Jake Ham's going to get to the inside as Jimmy Howitt goes to the outside. So Jake Ham now taking over 4th place on his recovery drive after going all the way upside down and landing back on his wheels. So that was a little bit of a unlucky moment, but caught a lucky break at the end, so he didn't have to tow or anything. But he is settled into 4th place. And we see the track's starting to deteriorate, kind of like Bobby Ross mentioned.
Well, we're seeing a line form, so it's going to get harder. It's going to get a little quicker. The laps will come down a little bit because they're not dealing with so much of the fluffy dirt, the light, loose dirt. It makes it a little bit more so where they have a little bit more traction to grab onto instead of the loose stuff just kind of spitting out from underneath them.
Yeah, and that's one thing we're going to see in the second half of this season, going to all these dirt road and dirt oval tracks. Now they will have more track develop as Bobby Ross ducks into the Joker lap. But yeah, the dirt, it's going to develop over the course of the race a whole lot more than the ovals were.
Oh, just taps the wall.
Yeah, he looked really aggressive in there.
He was trying to get up to Juicy. He would have came out right on Juicy's tail or Justin Barrera's tail.
Yep. So it looks like that little bit of a bobble, not going to let him take a full benefit of that Joker lap and taking over that. But here's a replay of Bobby Ross. I don't think this is his Joker lap. It's a good aerial view of how you have to get through those corners. So he's really sliding it out there, but Barrera goes wide too. So it's a battle to keep these cars on the track.
Yeah, that corner is going to get trickier and trickier because the car is going to want to slide more and more as the night goes through. It's going to provide some good grip, but can't take it like a traditional road car. They've got to get that weight transfer over and get into a slide, and it's gonna get trickier and trickier to maintain grip in that corner because they're gonna be such on the edge of fresh dirt and old dirt.
Yeah, kind of. You can use some of that the fresher dirt as almost like a cushion at times. So that's kind of what they're leaning on. But Justin Barrera keeps going wide. It looks like he is.
That's exactly why Justin Barrera keeps going wide there, is because he's hitting in and he's hitting in the line, and as soon as he hits that fresh dirt, it just slides him out because it's not. He just loses grip and it just slides sideways for him.
Yep. So taking the white flag now on this B main, Justin Barrera with about a 1.1 second gap over Bobby Ross. So we'll see if Bobby has any Hail Mary attempts. He sent it in really hard through turn 2. Oh, Justin Barrera hits the wall and spins. That's gonna let Bobby Ross right on by. We'll see if Justin Barrera can get it rolling. It looks like he does and doesn't lose any more spots, but that is unfortunate. Justin Barrera had been in control of this race and just pushed a little wide out of turn 2 here.
Yeah, he just got a little too happy with that throttle and just
clipped the wall, and
Bobby
Ross doing really well to kind of get on the brakes and make an evasive action and get by Justin with no issues. But Bobby Ross comes across the line, takes the B main win. That's going to help him get a little bit better starting position for this feature race, as we see. Oh,
wow.
The suspension travel of these cars.
It's about 14 inches all the way around. Is the suspension travel on a real life trophy truck like this? They have about 14 inches of independent suspension travel.
Yeah, and he used every bit of that to launch skyward.
Yes, he did.
Collided after the line, but that will conclude the B main. So now we are sitting ready. Actually, we'll get a little bit of a warm up. These drivers will get back out there and get a feel for the track state as it is now. Maybe run it in a little bit more, develop it. So we got 3 minutes. So we'll see what they do. We'll get to take a little bit of a breath here and evaluate where we're going in. But what are you looking for, Steven, in this feature race?
Just like was said in our last interview, I'm looking forward to turn 1 at the start. We're going to have all 12 of these guys, and all of these guys are racers at heart. And we all know how a racer is. They want to take every opportunity, just like Mr. Senna said back in the day, if there's a hole, fill it. And I'm curious of what they're going to do in turn 1 and 2 coming into this.
Yep, so we'll get a word. We actually can get a word with our B main winner. So we will have Bobby Ross in here. So Bobby, you made another trip. You took a B main win there, kind of a last second pass for the win.
Woof, that was definitely unexpected. Unfortunately, because I've done that so many times while leading a race, so I know how Justin is feeling that, especially on the last lap. But yeah, no, it was like pretty fun. I was slowly inching closer, but I don't think I was gonna pass him up until that point.
Yeah, you had stayed with him, but it was going to take a miracle, and you got it. You got a mistake, a rare mistake from Justin Barrera. So that's, got your blessings there.
So Bobby, the question that I want to, how's the track feel on and offline?
Right now, as of right now, it feels really good because I noticed, because we're at least up to right now, I don't know if we're gonna reset the track again for the feature, but yeah, so far as long as we're leaving the track as it is and just letting it slowly, I guess, put the racing groove in, it's just gonna get better every lap.
And how's the truck feel and how's the truck react if you go offline? Does it just loose?
Oh, it's like, because when you're outside of the groove, unless you're on asphalt, because that doesn't really count. But if you're outside of the groove, the dark part of the track, there's no grip. Because if you see people, you've probably seen them during the broadcast, like how they're turning all the way, and it's just the car just wants to push forward.
So it's going to be a fine line between staying on that race groove and giving it all you got, huh?
Oh, for sure, for sure. And another key factor with this one, about 15 seconds, is surviving turn 1. That's what's going to make and break this race, I think.
All right, well, we will let you go and get ready as we're about 5 seconds away from lining up the cars on the feature grid. So good luck, and we'll hopefully see you back a third time tonight.
Yeah, third time's a charm. Woohoo!
I hope you survive turn 1.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Daniel.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that was Bobby Ross. So a little bit more insight here is a change in format than our the normal one. So here is our starting grid. If you want to take us through there, Steven.
So starting first overall, we have Adam Thompson. Second, we have Kevin Irvin. Third, we have Josh Klog. Fourth, we have Bobby Ross. Fifth, we have Justin Barrera. Sixth, we have Justin Hall. Seventh, we have Jake Ham. I almost called him Justin. Eighth, we have Jimmy Hart. And ninth, we have Gary DiPerero. It's going to be a good... I'm ready for turn 1 and see what's going to happen in all this action in turn 1.
Yeah, we eagerly anticipate turn 1 action as cars are making their way to the grid. Currently, only see about 3 of them. So
maybe the rest of them decided to start from the pits and not I raced dirt bikes for a long time, and turn 1 was always a getter.
Oh yeah, all about getting the whole shot on these.
Oh yeah.
So it looks like lights have come on the tower. They'll slowly tick away, and green flag is out, and they're off. Good start by Josh Klog and Adam Thompson. 4 wide into turn 1 though. Oh,
there we
Kevin
go.
Irwin.
Oh, into the wall. But is
Wow, and there's
come back
still
into
3
turn
wide.
2?
Oh no, Justin Barrera gets turned and
just
turned over. He is hung up on the wall. I don't know if he'll be able to get back going after that. He's on the wrong side of that tire barrier. So
I mean, we got a 14-lap feature here, so who knows? He could come back from this.
he is quick, but that's going to be tough to come back from. It's just 4 wide, too many cars and too little of a space. So then 3 wide doesn't quite work in that corner, and Justin Barrera really paid the price. He went up and over and hung himself up on those tire barriers. So a little bit easier through there, lap 2, single filed out a little bit, but Bobby Ross really going at it. He was all sorts of sideways as he goes through there.
See, we can see, we're riding on board with Kevin Irvin now. We can really see that race group kicking in, and how the dirt's just different on each side, and what the penalties can be. See, as we were about to see there, he was about to just slide off, and I think that was him right there.
Yep, Jake Ham having a little bit of issue coming through that long right-hander, but we did see Bobby Ross take the Joker lap, so he is now out front with that Joker in hand. So he's going to have some clean track ahead, so he's use that early, and hopefully he's going to start pulling away. But Adam Thompson is right on his bumper as he peels off, and he takes the Joker now. So we'll see how far Adam comes out. He was right behind Bobby Ross, so this will be a great insight into how fast or how much quicker that Joker lap is compared to the standard lap that these guys take. So Adam Thompson coming out here, he will secure the lead by a decent amount. He's about 2.25 seconds ahead. So you're right on spot with your 2 to 3 second evaluation there. So that's
that Joker lane is going to make or break. If somebody's close enough on that last lap and they haven't taken the Joker, barring them making a mistake, I mean, you're essentially just giving up a spot by taking that Joker lane early. If it were me, I wouldn't take that Joker lane this early.
Yeah, definitely some competing strategies. Actually, 3 of the top 5 have taken their Joker laps. Adam Thompson and Bobby Ross out front, and then Jake Ham in 5th.
Yeah,
he was in that first lap melee, so he might wanted to get away from some of those other guys and just settle in and have a nice clean race from here on out.
I'm gonna have to ask Adam what made him decide to take that Joker lane, considering the fact that after Bobby Ross took it, he was still within a second. I wonder why he didn't wait to see if he was gonna need it or not for gap and help him retake that place, or just take it as a cushion.
Yeah, we'll have to get some insight on those guys when they get in the booth after the race. But right now we still got some good battles on here. Josh Clog has caught up to Bobby Ross, so Clog's showing some speed. He might be able to get close enough even to Adam to overtake him on if he takes the Joker. So we're 6 laps in now, or 5 laps completed on a 14 lap A main event. So quickly going to halfway, man. These laps take almost no time, and they really click off.
They do. So Josh Clogg's last lap was a 43 second .24. Adam Thompson's last lap was a 42.9. Just screaming around this track.
Yeah, that is quick by Adam Thompson. So it's going to be tough for anybody to catch up, Joker lap or not. So these guys might all be racing for second. They might not know it.
The question I have, do we know if Jake Ham took the Joker lap last lap? Because he did a 40.99. So 40.99, so it's 1.99 second difference in the taking that Joker lap. So right at 2 seconds.
Yeah, so that is the gap we're going to be looking at on the standings as these guys approach the end of the race and see when they need to take the Joker lap. As Justin Barrera goes way wide, but he is a lap down, so he might be struggling with that car after his flip and trying to recover. So staying well out of the way, it looks like. And yeah, that truck does not seem to be handling right.
No, it's crab walking pretty bad.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. He was going to be fast, and we saw that with some bad luck, but still taking second in that B main. So that's unfortunate for him. He's going to hope to regroup and get back on, get on the right track next week. As we see Kevin Irwin go way wide, it looks like he kind of got upset after that jump, and someone else diving down the Joker lap. Oh, that is Justin Barrera. So just getting that out of the way, and he's hoping not to add in.
Yeah, I mean, he's missing his whole back quarter panels there and walking sideways as we see him go down the straight.
Oh yeah, that truck is not handling well. He's missing all the rear quarter panels, and crab walking is not where you want to be. So as we go back on board with Josh Clog, he's going to take the Joker lap. So he was right behind Bobby Ross. He probably wanted to take this Joker lap and get ahead of Bobby Ross. We'll see where he comes out relative to Adam, kind of side by side, but Adam does have the shorter line now. So Adam's that red and black truck on the inside. So Josh Clog gonna take over second from Bobby Ross, but still about a second behind Adam Thompson. So he's gonna try to use these last few laps to reel him in and see what he can do to challenge for this lead. Yeah, and Josh has already cut off about 10th and a half in a couple corners.
Right there. I mean, these two have got to stay mistake-free because we have Bob Ross. Oh, I thought Adam was going over again. Or,
yeah.
He gave us a heart attack again, I should say.
Yeah, both of those drivers took a lot of curve through that corner, just trying to get every little bit out of it. They know that their competition are both quick. So they're getting really aggressive as Adam puts in a 42.2. I think that is the fastest non-Joker lap of the race. So
that is the fastest non-Joker lap of the race, and Adam's fastest lap of the race. His last fastest lap was a 42.9, so he's 0.7 of a second faster.
Yeah, that is quick, and he is really aggressive on that, kind of using that curve to turn the truck, it looks like. So high risk, high reward. You can really carry a lot of speed into that if you're using an obstacle to help rotate the truck on corner entry. But
that's the good thing about these trucks' suspension, man. They just take it and they bounce you and it just kicks the car sideways just a little bit, and it just gives him that extra pitch and roll that he needs to help transfer that weight to get it really going onto the outside tires and get the power to the ground.
Yeah, really maximizing his corner speed there. So looking at Jake Ham now, kind of going back through our fields. So he is in fourth. He is trying to hold off Kevin Irwin for that 4th spot. So we'll see them come through this jump section, getting really close to that wall, trying to shorten this track as much as possible. And Kevin's going to send it in. He's going to look to the outside, maybe a little crossovers. JKM got a lot of curve there. He got up on 2 wheels, but he survives and holds on to it. That's the risk you run with that Adam Thompson cutting it in line.
Well, I think Kevin Irwin was trying the over-under there. You know, he had turned in way earlier than Jake Ham on both, you know, those corners.
Yeah, and that just kind of kills his momentum, and with him having to back out of it. But man, Adam gets so up there on 2 wheels with that aggressive curve. So, wow, this race has flown by. These guys are taking the white flag. This is the last lap. Adam Thompson has put a 3-second gap on Josh Clogg, so able to pull about 2 seconds after both had taken the Joker lap. So Adam's looking to just keep it smooth, keep it straight, keep it on the track, and I would say keep it on 4 wheels, but he's quick on 2.
I mean, it's just a testament to the engineering that goes into these trucks to be able to, you know, come up onto 2 wheels that bad and you just slam down and keep going. You know, it's
very, very impressive, and he looked like he took a little bit more of a conservative line there, but here he comes, Adam Thompson taking the checkered flag on our first dirt road race of the season. Josh Clogg gonna bring it home in 2nd, Bobby Ross in 3rd, and then we're gonna have a little bit of a gap as we wait for the other drivers to finish. Here's Jake Ham and Kevin Irwin still battling for 4th. Those guys were nose to tail most of the race. So there we go, they're across the line. That's going to bring Jake Ham home in 4th, Kevin Irwin in 5th, and Jerry DiPiero will be our last finisher on the track. He brings it home in 6th. So yeah, that was exciting as we see Adam Thompson doing some little bit of a celebration. And
that beautiful matte and gloss paint, you know, we use those for that same paint scheme in WSLR, and he did a real good job painting those all for, you know, the Sudi race team.
Yeah, those Sudi paint schemes are always pretty good. So here's your results for our feature event. We got Adam Thompson bringing it home in 1st, Josh Clogg about 3.5 seconds back, bringing home 2nd place, continuing his solid points runs every week. Bobby Ross in 3rd, Jake Ham in 4th, Jerry DiPiero will bring it home 5th, Kevin Irwin in 6th, Jimmy Howitt in 7th, 4 laps down, Justin Barrera 7 laps down after his tumble into turn 2, and Justin Hall, don't know if he made the call to the grid, so he will get credit for 9th place finish tonight. So that was some exciting racing there, Steven.
Yeah, I've got a nice sweat going just watching them. It was fun. It was a lot of good racing.
Yep. So we'll go ahead and bring Adam Thompson in for our winner interview. So Adam, congrats on the win there. That was a solid race. You were pretty quick.
Oh, I mean, I feel pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I was first win of the season. I'm not normally used to going to race 9 without winning in XSLR, but I did it tonight, and yeah, I'm excited. I'm happy. That's all I can say.
Yeah, that was a good race, and we're looking at it right now. When you were out there clean and saw 4 wide behind you at the start of there, and that was looked like a key to victory, keeping out front and keeping clean. But we saw you really aggressive in the dirt right-hander kind of for the end of the lap and taking a lot of curve. Is that a risk versus reward you were weighing the whole time?
I'm going to be honest with you here, Daniel. I've been running these official races all week, and there hasn't been a single official race that has gotten to this type of track usage yet. So normally in these trucks, it's a lot harder to get them to turn in, but with the amount of track usage that we had, you could see the grooves in the track and everything. The truck would turn in. It felt like it was on asphalt. So as I was turning in, I was catching those curbs, and there were a couple times, like I said before, I thought I was going over. I thought I was going to ruin my own race. I was just so used to running at a track state that wasn't as high as it is right now. But I started to dial it in there towards the end, so it all worked out in the end. But it was sketchy there for a few laps.
Yeah, finding your rhythm and getting through there. So looks like it's going to set you up pretty well coming through this next portion of our season on the dirt road. So looking forward to seeing you in that. But any sponsors you want to thank while you're here?
Yeah. First time you guys have gotten to ask me this, I think. And
All right,
as yourself, we've had you in here as well.
This is my own league. Jonathan, please don't mute me or anything right now. But I do want to thank the title sponsor. I can't believe I'm saying this. Daddy Motorsports.
Daddy Motors.
Daddy Motorsports. It's Jimmy Howitt, sponsoring the league. Big long story behind it, but his father passed away a few years ago, and after the grieving, he decided to make a bit of a joke out of it. So thank you, Jimmy, for Jimmy for sponsoring.
Bad. Making me feel bad for laughing at his name.
We all laugh at it. It's fine. And then everybody that shows up to join the league, there are a few things that need to be talked about after tonight. Obviously, track limit exploitation, as you guys saw, was not good. But no, we had 9 people show up, and it's great. I mean, league's starting to come back alive, I think. I hope it is, at least. Just we'll see what happens, but yeah, it's been good so far.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Whoa, also you guys. I forgot to thank Jonathan, Steven, Daniel. Thank you guys for doing this.
Well, thank you, Adam, for giving us the opportunity to put this on. This has been some great Sunday night entertainment that I'm looking forward to the rest of this season. So,
thank you guys so much for doing it, and thank you for the kind words. I think those are kind words. Were those kind words?
Yeah,
I mean, if that's how you want to take it.
Well, congrats again, and good luck on the rest of this second half of the season, and take this momentum and keep rolling with it.
Yeah, thank you so much. And before I go, Josh Clogg asked me to give a Josh Clogg impression, P2. So let me get in my zone here real quick. Yo, it was a great race. I don't think there was any way I was going to catch Adam. That guy is just so fast. It's ridiculous. He's just insanely fast. The guy is just so fast. That was Josh Clogg, everybody, for P2.
Well, thanks, Josh, on giving a good second place interview, and we'll let both of you go now, and we'll drag in our third place finisher, Bobby Ross. So I have a little trouble if. There we go. Third place finisher, Bobby Ross. Back to the booth the third time. So, any change in your attitude or?
It's almost like we just talked to him.
I'm getting a sense of deja vu with this. It's like, wait a minute, I've been here before. I remember this place.
Do you have anything new to add for us, or is it same old, same old?
Just that was fun, and I might have jumped a little early with my Joker lap. But otherwise, yeah, I'll always take another podium.
Yeah, that Joker lap was definitely some important strategy tonight. So,
yeah,
did you learn anything that you can take away? We got 3 more of these races coming up. So, you gonna use anything you learned tonight for the rest of the season?
Oh, for sure. And depending on the track, is sometimes the Joker lap is slower than the normal lap. So depending on, I might have to be more patient with taking that lap. But otherwise, yeah, no complaints. No complaints.
Well, cool. Anybody you'd like to thank?
Oh, for sure. I want to thank my mom and my brother, and especially to my brother, because this weekend in Orlando, Florida, Tavares, Florida, him and his basketball team, the Palm Beach Green Goblins, got gold medal in the Florida Special Olympics basketball state finals. So congratulations to him and all of their team members. A well job of the season. Love you as a brother, dude.
Wow,
best
congrats to him.
Yeah, a whole family of podium finishers there, a first and a third. It sounds like so. That's
You wanna
cool.
be-
Always great to get the interview after these races, Bobby. You seem to have a lot of fun, so it's cool, and good luck on the rest of the season.
Thank you guys, and till then, I'll see you then. Later.
All right, I think that will about do it for our post-race interviews. We got some good insights there from our podium finishers, and anything you think about, Steven?
I think the dirt course section of this season is going to provide a good challenge for some of these drivers who don't do it all that often. Kind of, encourage some practice in some areas that are outside their normal disciplines.
For sure, that's what this league is all about, getting all the different cross series. So before we sign off for tonight, we'll run through some of our upcoming broadcasts that we have here on Slow Motion Broadcasting. Tuesday night, we'll have another round of WSLR. That will be at 8:45. That'll feature GT3s, LMP2s, and the new GTP class with the BMW M Hybrid V8. That'll be from Hungaroring, again at 8:45 p.m. Eastern. Also on Tuesday night, we have Mustang, the American Muscle Series with the Mustang FR500S from Lime Rock Park. That gets started at 9:10 p.m. Eastern Time. Thursday night, March 2nd, 9:15 Eastern, Mazda MX-5s from the Spec 5 World Tour go to Mid-Ohio. That's my home track, and I'm looking forward to some good racing in the MX-5s there. And then, of course, next Sunday, March 5th, 8:10 p.m. right here, another round of the Cross Series League Racing with these Lucas Oil Pro 2 Lights from Daytona Rallycross. So another one of the dirt road race tracks that we will see. So that's a great slate of upcoming broadcasts if you want to check out some more here on Slow Motion Broadcasting. But for tonight, I've been Daniel Hall, joined by Stephen Finch and Jonathan Grabowski, and just take it easy.
You guys all have a good night.
Not. So Patrick, do we, do we describe this for everybody, Rob?
What?
You describe it. You describe it. I
What?
do enough talking.
I think any car's dead in iRacing. I think it's gone.
Oh, it's definitely. I agree. It's not going to survive, but I still think we'll find opportunities to race it, just not as fruitful as before. Some of them just want to make. What's the thing? Like that guy wanted to make like dolls out of Tyler's hair, but then there's just other guys who are just like. He did. He would say weird things to Tyler, man. Like he was a strange guy. And then like other guys would just show up and always like,
Oh, I
"Oh,
just-
we never met you? Sure, come race this 24 with us." And then just jump in the car and wreck us out in a lap and be like, "Okay, never see you again."
Yeah, that
Like,
was
okay. Well, better luck next year, I guess.
that was the guy from